Hi, I'm Pieter Jan, I'm Marketing Manager at Sensolus, and welcome to a new episode of Track and Talk. This is our channel where we keep track on how IoT can help you to make all your assets visible, from a small box to a giant container, indoor and outdoor. And today my guest is Johan, CTO at Sensolus.
Hi PJ.
Welcome to the show, Johan. I always ask the same question to start. I want to know from my guests what gives you energy in personal life, because battery life is important at Sensolus. What gives you energy?
Well, for me it's mostly an unconnected life. It's sailing, climbing, mountaineering, and when I'm sail across the channel, stop at a little buoy and go to a pub and then sail further with some friends, that's what really charges my batteries.
I can imagine that. I'm a bit jealous on that. So
yeah, free to come.
I will join that someday. Thanks, Johan. You're here to talk about your white paper. So you wrote a white paper about the reliability of asset tracking. You talked about three main topics. We will go over them one by one. And the first topic is the reliable blend, the right recipe for every asset to ensure the asset tracking. Second topic was about the reliable client relationship we want to establish. And the last one was the reliable pricing we want to bring forward. Now, starting with the first one. In the white paper, you refer to the blend of technologies we use to optimize the tracking technology. And in fact, I want to bring one quote with me from your white paper, and that's you said that I like to compare to a cocktail. Top ingredients only produce a delicious result if the proportions are right. How do we apply that to asset tracking technology? The cocktail metaphor.
Well, on several levels. The first level is that there's no one tracking technology that fits it all. You have a lot of different good tracking technology going from connected asset tracking, Bluetooth tag tracking. But it really depends your type of assets, your type of process, which technology to choose. For example, a container or a trailer will more go for a connected tracker, a pallet for a Bluetooth tag tracking. And it's based on the experience we have over this 15 years that we help choosing our customers the right technology. Because when you mix it in the wrong way, you will have a dish that does not taste well.
That doesn't taste well. But it comes together in one platform. That's maybe important. So there's one platform to rule them all. As we could say.
Indeed, because an asset is an asset, independent of the underlying tracking technology. As a customer, you want to know where is my assets, how much is it used, is there something going wrong? But you don't want to take care of the technology that is tracking that event.
How is it then applied to the remote updating of devices in the field? Because that's also an important part of the cocktail, I would say.
Yeah, indeed. And the most important there is that when you have a customer and you have thousands of assets in the field, or in our case, 1 million of assets, how do you still sleep at night and know that everything is going well? And therefore, it's the end-to-end solution that plays a role. And our trackers, for example, they don't only send location data or sensor data, but they send also a lot of diagnostic data to know, is my device installed well, is it working correctly? And you can fully configure that remotely, and even the platform is monitoring that and auto-configuring it to have the best possible quality of your whole solution. And maybe just, I think this is also a part where we make the difference from a garage style. It's not so difficult to make a tracker that just sends the location, but make sure that it stays working for this 8 to 10 years. That's the difficult part.
All right. To summarize the first topic, I'll remember the fact there's not one silver bullet in tracking technology. It's a combination, the cocktail as you call it. And the technology is just one piece of the puzzle. The context, the type of asset also matter, and being proactive really pays off. The fact that we can remotely configure devices is something we also help our clients with. Which brings us to the next topic, is the reliable client relationships we want to establish. One quote again I want to bring to this conversation is, you said, you can ask us anything, from the battery chemistry to inventory insights and asset journeys. We're not box movers, we are solution builders. How do we bring that to life in hardware, software, firmware we apply?
Well, good point indeed. It's like what we do is we don't only make a platform or a device or put firmware on it, we provide the whole thing. We're a one-stop shop. So there's only one person reliable to make sure it works well. And even at that point, technology is only one part. When you have the trackers, you need to install them at the right place, you need to roll it out, because in the end, it's really the adoption that makes a difference. And we help our customers in this whole process. So not only the technology, but also the rollout, how to configure it, how to get the most out of your digitized fleet.
All right, and how do we apply it, for example, in data, battery, quality? How do we...
Well, we apply that on different levels. On the data, that's really simple. You should have qualitative data that preferably is proactive and not reactive. You don't want to look yourself to all temperatures or locations or whatever. You want to be warned when a temperature is exceeded on a certain trip. On the battery life, that's also a really interesting one, because battery life and security are two things that are really built from the bottom up and came together with Sensolus. Because, for example, replacing a battery, because your battery life is not long enough, has such a high OPEX cost that your whole ROI is gone. And we do that on 3 levels, this battery life. First of all, it's the device, the tracker. And we carefully select components that are ultra low power. And not only now, but also in the future, you see there is an evolution. For example, when you compare the GPS chips we use now, are already 3 times more energy efficient than 8 years ago. So this is not standing still. So then you have a really battery efficient tracker. And then you have, on that tracker, there's running software. And there our mantra is the device should always sleep, except when there's direct value for the customer. This means we will not send, for example, locations that do not matter. We only send the data that matters. For example, is my container empty? Is the temperature exceeded? Did an asset arrived? And then the last part is that it's not just the device and some software, but it's also the cloud. It's the interplay between those 3. It's constantly monitoring every component in that device, what it's using, optimizing it, and in that life, we can exceed that battery life that no other competitor reaches at this point.
How do we see then the network discussion, I would call it? Because also there we play a very important role towards our customers. How do we bring reliability and network quality, I would say?
It's good that you also touch that, because this is often forgotten. Often you think, you have a low power protocol, we buy a SIM card from a vendor, the lowest cost, and we put it in. And low power networks are really powerful and seem simple, but actually they are not fully. First of all, it's because they're maturing and the roaming agreements, so roaming agreements in which country can you use it, that's still evolving. And secondly, you need those low power features. And we see that these low power features, they don't always work, or you constantly need to monitor it. And we do that on several ways. First of all, we have this 1 million asset fleet that is monitoring the network, but even then we have in each country dedicated trackers that are constantly monitoring that network, and we have really a team that is only working on network quality. They are monitoring together with our AI systems below it to see what's going wrong, and then we have working only with this high-end communication providers like Vodafone, Verizon, AT&T, the big names, because those are still the front runners at this point in the market to have the quality we need.
All right, thanks. 3 things I'll remember from this topic is experience matter. As you say, we are more than 10 years in the business. We know everyone in the system. We are always there, every step we are there to help the clients. We provide one scalable system, many pieces, like a Lego system we build, but we are there every step with the customer, and there's integrity in every layer. You talked about the network quality. I think that's indeed an important one. It's okay to have location data, but how do we actually send it to the platform? Underestimate it many times. Touching the last topic then, it's the reliable pricing. Because we see there are some challenges with the more classic models, and we gave an answer to that. Can you maybe a bit explain how that works?
So traditionally we worked a lot with CapEx, OpEx, where you say, okay, you buy the tracker and beforehand at a certain price and then a yearly subscription.
So a big initial investment you made?
Exactly, a big, or at least an investment you made.
Yeah, indeed.
And now we see the more and more we going for what we call TaaS. And that's tracking as a service. And there everything is bundled in a simple monthly fee paid per asset. So it includes the hardware, the software, the connectivity. And the advantage is that it's super clear for the customer. They don't have indeed this upfront investments you mentioned. And moreover, on those trackers, we provide a lifetime warranty. So this means even when you're working for 6 years, 7 years, a device breaks, we will automatically replace it. And that's our commitment we make towards our customer, that we deliver that quality. And I think this summarizes a bit this whole session. It's like at a certain point you should step in and say, we guarantee you that battery life, and that's on our konto, and we cover your back.
You can rely on us. The reliability,
exactly, reliability is key.
So it's all inclusive, no hassle. Clients have budget certainty, which is today a really important topic, and the commitment indeed we make. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Johan, for the interesting talk. Of course, you can watch the episode on YouTube or listen on Spotify, and the white paper is available on our website. There's more on our website, webinars, use cases, white papers, all these things are on the website, so please take a look there. Thank you again, Johan, for being here.
Great to be here.
I'll see you next time.
Okay,
bye-bye.
Good.
Thanks.
Thanks.